I believe I first met President Kennedy in 1951, the spring of the year, and I was in Hyannisport at the Kennedy compound with Ted Kennedy and a group of us from the freshman football team here at Harvard. And we were playing touch football out in the front yard, and I noticed a limousine drove into the driveway, chauffeured, and out of the back seat came Jack Kennedy. He went immediately into the house and didn't join us out there playing at the time. But shortly after he entered the house, he opened the window from the house and he yelled out, "Culver's a bum." And I, being the recipient of that characterization, I'd never met John Kennedy at that point. And he came out then and joined us. He'd asked someone inside who's out there playing with Ted. He came out and joined us, and he played touch football with us. His back problem, of course, prevented him from actually playing with us other than he passed for both teams. But that was the first time that I had the pleasure of meeting then Congressman Jack Kennedy. But I think it was an illustration of his extraordinary humor and the joy that he had in life and he brought to others. I followed his career while I was in college, and of course increasingly was impressed with his growth and development. This was soon after World War II, and he was still very slight of build and rather apparently weak outwardly. And I remember how dramatic the contrast was when I saw him again a number of other times, but most impressively in 1960 when he was campaigning in Iowa, my home state. And I went and met him at the airport and went with him out to a neighboring park. And he got up on a park bench and he spoke. And I was just so overwhelmed with how impressive he was and the extraordinary growth and development that he evidenced from those earlier days that I knew him in terms of his capacity to speak and relate and connect with people.